Welcome back to another episode of Financing the American Dream. I am your host, Jon Ritter, and we are in perhaps the most fascinating place in Washington, D.C., the O Museum in the Mansion, and as an equally fascinating individual to take us on a tour, Miss H. Lenard. H, did you really just come through that door?
Figment of your imagination. There are 110 rooms, 38,000 square feet. If you look up, every ceiling in the 110-room mansion is different. Over 30,000 books and probably over 12,000 albums.
So one of the most important things highlighted here in the museum and the mansion is music. And we have Ted, H's husband, to tell us more about that. Ted, what can you tell us about these guitars that we're looking at here?
We have many artists that stay here, play here, disappear here, write here. But some of the highlights, Bob Dylan signed this guitar when he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. H being on the board of the Rock Hall, she made the John Lennon exhibit happen with Yoko. So there's a room in his honor called the John Lennon Room. Let me show you some more.
I would love to see it.
There are 32 bedrooms, 35 bathrooms, and 85 secret doors.
85.
We're
Wow.
about to explore some of those right now.
So H, I know this room has some special significance. What can you tell our viewers about this room?
This is where Mrs. Rosa Parks lived for approximately 10 years.
Wow.
She had been brutally assaulted in her home in Detroit and was in the hospital in very bad condition, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. So I got a call from someone I didn't know who said what had just happened to her, could she stay here for free at no cost, because we have a very robust Artist and Heroes in Residence program. And they expected her to stay for just a few days, and she loved the place so much that she stayed on and off for 10 years.
Wow.
So it was really blessed. And I didn't know who she was for 3 years while she was here. And that was also a blessing, because if I had known who she was, I would have been afraid. I would have thought she was too important for me to spend time with. So we bonded as soulmates.
So out of that 10 years, you had the opportunity to become an author and write 4 books about Mrs. Parks. And my understanding is you have one that's going to be released here just in June. Can you tell us about that?
I have the honor of being asked by the oldest African-American publisher in the United States, R.H. Boyd, out of Nashville, to write a book about Mrs. Parks' leadership and the lessons I learned from her. And it's been a glorious journey working with them.
For you who are watching back at home, come and visit, come take a tour. There's so much to see here. I want to wrap up our show a little bit differently than what we are accustomed to. Our show is predicated on the idea of the American dream. And right now, while we're shooting this, we're in day 7 of the conflict between Ukraine and Russia. And we have fellow Ukrainians among us who are trying to live out their American dream. One of them is our videographer. You haven't seen him, but I'd like to bring him out from behind the camera. And this is Olex, and we just wanted to share from our American Dream family to the people in Ukraine. We are praying for you. May God bless you and protect your country, and thank you for watching.